Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So, Aries, this is your weekly check-in, and Aries, there is somebody that is begging you. Somebody wants to be there for you. There is someone that literally, genuinely wants to be there for you. Whether this is a friend or romantically or whatever, there is some type of help that is trying to come in, right? There is this. Oh, now I'm spilling everything, right? But I feel that that is mainly. Hold on, guys. Let me just dry this up. There is this. How can I put it this way? There is this. No, and the candle didn't go up. There is this belief. Let's put it this way: that if you allow others to help you, you lose control. This need to want to prove to the world, want to prove to everyone that you can do it on your own, right? But you're hurting. You're feeling like there's so much on you, right? There's so much that you have to handle. There's so much. It's like you ask, you pray, you wish, you hope for relief, right? For a break, for help. But then when the help comes in, you push it away. So it is kind of like, okay, you're asking for all of this help, right? And my bun is like sideways, and I just noticed that after like 4 videos. But there is this space, Aries, where you ask for the help, but when the help does not come in the way that you want it or the way that you expect it, you push it away, right? And then you're sitting here feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, and not knowing which direction to go in. But again, it's like spirit is telling you, like, there is this defense of where it is that the help is coming from that you need to you need to stop, right? Because I feel that there is some type of pride or some type of egoistic energy of like not wanting to accept this help from either this individual, from this source. And again, it's like you're not going out to ask for it. And that's how you know that it's something that is being sent towards you, right? To help you. Because again, it's like whatever it is that this person is offering you the help in, it's like they're not even aware, or they really don't know what it is that is going on, right? But again, some of you are taking offense to that. But it's like there's something within this person themselves that they were just led to go on and offer you something, to offer you some type of help. For some of you, it is your pride that has gotten in your way, where it is that you don't ask for help. Whether this is in your own household, where it is that you're not asking your children or your spouse or whoever it is that you live with for help when it comes to maintaining, when it comes to paying the bills, when it comes to everything. And then it's like you sit back and you get in this space where you feel like you're being used, where you start to feel victimized. But it's like you yourself had set the tone of what it is that goes in your life, what it is that goes in your household, but are unable to recognize that you is like, if you have grown kids living at home and they're not helping you pay the bills, you set that tone. You didn't give them any responsibility. If you allow a guy or a girl to move in with you and never let them know that there was an expectation of them contributing to the bills, whether it is because you own the house or whatever it is, now you can't go ahead and turn around and get upset with the female when you asked her to move in with you and you didn't tell her the expectations, right? Maybe this is a female that is used to being taken care of, right, by whoever there it is that they're dating. Maybe this is a guy that is used to having a female take care of him. So it's kind of like you guys are like, well, financially I can do it, but it would be nice to want them to want to help. But again, you're not. There is is all of this thing that you play all these scenarios, Aries, in your head, but it never comes out, right? So you've never had these important conversations. Let's put it this way: these conversations with these individuals, that when it gets to a point where you feel like it's too much, then you want to get upset at someone or these people when they don't even know what the fuck is going on, because you have never said anything, right? You only allow it to hurt you internally when you feel like it's too much, right? I don't know if that makes any sense, but you need to open up, Aries. You need to open up. You need to open up your way of communications, either with the person that you're dating, with the person that you're living with those that you're living with. If you live with, your children or whatever it is, you need to start talking about what it is that your expectations are about somebody that is living with you, that is living under your household, and start doing it. Because I feel that for some of you, you're just kind of like, I'm constantly the one cooking, I'm constantly the one cleaning. It's like you feel like you're doing everything for everyone, but it's again, you're not opening up unless it is that you're yelling or you're arguing or you're fighting. So when it comes to the conversations that actually have to take place, you're not doing them. So when you actually go ahead and speak out, Aries, it comes from a place of being very angry, and then you're not getting your point across. And those that you're getting mad at are kind of looking at you like, where the hell did this come from? Like, this came out of nowhere. Like, Aries must be taking something. Like, they're high on something, because they have never expressed a dislike or any concern when it comes to this. So this is going to be a week that you're being pushed to speak, to learn to communicate without allowing yourself to get to that explosive energy, without allowing yourself to get to that place where you are exploding. And it is going to be uncomfortable, again, because you're used to that energy where things have to explode in order for you to get your point across. But it's like, this is an opportunity this week to get your point across without having to explode. And somebody else had this card: a personal issue reaches resolution. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. And again, this is going to come up more when you open up, when you are able to, Aries, communicate, when you're able to be honest, when, again, if it's your partner that you're saying this to, or your children, or whoever it is that you live with. Maybe you live with a sibling, maybe you have a parent that had to move in with you temporarily, or whatever it is. There is this need here to needing to speak up without exploding, needing to communicate like, hey, you live here and I get it, but it's like, you can do your own dishes, right? You can do your own laundry. You can pick up after yourself, type of thing. Because again, you don't want to feel like you are, you don't want to feel that like your house or your home is something that you want to be running away from, right? I do feel that a lot of you have definitely been burying yourself in work or doing things outside of the house because you don't want to face those that live in the house, right? You don't want to face the mess. You don't want to, there's something within your own house that you don't want to face. We have the Magician, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, and then the Five of Swords in the reverse. You guys definitely feel or think that if you don't talk about it, if you don't face it, then it's not a problem, right? Well, if I don't say anything, then there's no need, there's going to be no fight. There's not going to be no fighting. There's going to be no argument. But then you get to, again, to that place of explosion where then it's like something that could have been fixed with a simple conversation now becomes this huge argument where things that were done 10 years ago are being brought forth that are not needed to be brought forth, right? So there is definitely this need here to tackle the issue that is at hand when there is an issue, so that we don't get, or you don't get to that place, Aries, where now you're so fed up with all the little tiny little things that you're bringing someone's past, and I'm talking about like something that this person did maybe 10 or 15 years ago, that now is exploding into something that is unnecessary, right? It's something that could have been avoided if you just had the courage enough to go ahead and say that something small was bothering you, right? Or that you needed help with something. So with the Magician, we have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Swords. This is how you know how to do things, is what I'm picking up. This is somebody that is very stubborn with the way that they do things. This is somebody that, that is how I was brought up, and that is how things are done, right? I don't like confrontation. I don't like fighting until I feel like I need to. And again, the needing to is coming from a lot of hurt wounds, because again, you tend to suppress a lot of things until they become unbearable. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, we have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. And I'm picking up a theme here of like, well, it's like you guys want to have some type of peace, right? You guys want to have peace in your house. You want to have everything kind of, it's like wanting to have like that happy family, right? So if we don't talk about the things that we dislike, then there's nothing that can come in and burst our bubble, right? But that only works for so long. That suppressing of the energy, suppressing of the things that you want to say only works for so long, right? The Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords. Because it's like you guys try to keep the balance, you guys try to keep this facade, this perfect family image, and then it's like you guys feel overwhelmed, you guys feel overburdened, and then you lash out. And it's like even your dog is hearing it as to why do you have to take them out? Why do you have to go out twice a day? Your ferrets are getting it, your hamsters are getting it, your poor fishes are getting it. Well, why do you have to eat fish? Like, why can't you just start? Like, it literally becomes that type of energy where you're lashing out at everyone and everything, right? And that's kind of like what is being worked through this week, where you have to open up and you have to stop suppressing so much, because that is what has in the past gotten you to a place where you feel alone, right? Where you feel that there is no one there for you. But that is basically just because of the simple fact that you push everyone out, right? You push everyone out, right? You push everyone out. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna need water. So with the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's like the wanting to come out of that energy, right? Not knowing how to, knowing that there needs to be a change with how it is that you deal with your emotions. Because the way that you have been going about it, we have the Eight of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Coins. The way that you have been going about with dealing with your emotions has not been working, right? You're either finding yourself that you push people away, or you get to a point where people really they just kind of don't know what to do, right? A lot of people feel like they have to be tiptoeing around you. It's like walking on eggshell when they're around you, because they don't know exactly when it is or what it is that is going to set you off. I do feel that these people or these individuals know that there are things that are bothering you, but again, it's like you're not speaking. You're not speaking, and you need to go ahead and speak up. There's an obvious there's something that is obvious here, right? There's a way of doing things that needs changing, right? A new way of communicating is the key for you this week. There is a new way of doing things. There's a new way of communicating that you have been asked to take action on prior to this time period, prior to this time, and you have failed to do so. And it's like, okay, Aries, how many times do I have to teach you the same lesson for you to get it, for you to change this behavior, for you to start speaking up for yourself so that you don't continue to fall into these spaces where you feel that you are a victim. That is what we're trying to move away from, right? We're trying to move you away from a space where you feel like you are constantly a victim. And it is not so much that you are a victim, it is that you set the tones for how others treat you, and you set the tones for what others are allowed to do in your household. And it's only when you're fed up with doing things for others that then you lash out on them and on those that have nothing to do with what is going on. Yeah, you're gonna have to take a step back this week so that you can be honest with yourself. Is there something that somebody that you're living with did that you still haven't forgave them? We have the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the King of Swords with the Ace of Coins. There's something here that you have not let go of, that you have not forgiven somebody 100% for, that keeps on keeping you stuck within the cycle, that this repetitive behavior keeps on occurring. So you're gonna have to take a step back, clear that communication with yourself first, so that then you can start working on your communication skills when it comes to others. There's something about your situation that you're not being honest with yourself about. You equal tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. There's something that, again, there is a need here with how it is that you communicate with others, or what it is that you this behavior of like suppressing so much to then lash out. It needs to be done. I feel like you are done with it. Honestly, you are fed up with that part of yourself. It is something that you want to grow away from, or move away from, right? You don't want to be this person anymore that lashes out, right? That doesn't know how to communicate, that doesn't know how to speak up when it's time to speak up, right? And to be honest with you, those around you are getting fed up as well. So there is definitely this need for this week to take that step back and really allow yourself to be honest with yourself, with how it is that you communicate with others and how it is that you communicate with yourself. And, start with that communication with yourself first. If there's something that you have been holding on to that needs to be released, then now is the time to do so that communications with others can start to improve, Aries. Well, that is all that I have for you for this week, guys. As always, thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for all of those that have been donating to the channel, that have been liking, subscribing, and sharing the videos. Did I say that correctly? I have no idea. Anyways, sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye. And you got this, Aries. You're gonna be fine.